and then I put the new fluid in, and then I mix it all up again, and then I pull it out, and then I put the new fluid in, because brake fluid is cheap, right? And then what I would do, if I was flushing fluid, this is how I would do it. I would come in and I would then go to the wheel cylinders and the calipers, and I would bleed the brakes. And what you see is the fluid comes out dark brown, light brown, clear. Yeah. And that's how you know you pretty much flush the whole system, right? Okay. Which is a relatively simple procedure, and it has some significant benefits. So, okay. What's missing on that?
Huh?
What's missing?
Bleed screw.
Bleeder screw. Yeah, there you go. And bleeder valve.
Because it would be above the brake line.
It would be on the top, right?
Above.
Why is the bleeder screw on the top?
Because that's where air sits.
Because air bubble is always going to go to the top. Now, incidentally, we'll talk about that too, because yesterday I bled the wheel cylinders. You saw. I bled the wheel cylinders, and then I went back and bled them again. Most people don't do that. In my experience, that's a mistake. If you try to get by with the minimum amount of work on bleeding stuff, very often you're going to have problems. Because what happens is, a lot of times those bubbles will cling to the side of the brake lines, or they'll cling to the side of the wheel cylinders, which is to say it sticks. Now usually here's what happens. You pressurize the brake system, and it's going to push the bubbles towards the exit, right? Open up the bleeder valve, and it's going to push the bubbles out. But you saw yesterday when I was bleeding the wheel cylinders, I went from this side to this side, and then I came back, and I still got a bubble, right?
Yeah.
So I try not to be in too big of a hurry, because, put it this way, as long as you don't open up the hydraulic system, you should not have to bleed the brakes at all. Which is why, if you bleed it correctly the first time, it should be good for 20 years, right?
Or more.
Yeah. See, here's how you, if you want to be successful with cars, you have to take the proper view. Yeah? If I'm going to spend 40 bucks more on an alternator, or 100 bucks more on an alternator, and it's going to last me 10 years, how much is it going to cost me per year? $10 a year. It's so worth it. You know? People get stupid about money. And being stupid about money is an expensive luxury. I mean, some people buy cars that are going to cost them $600 a month car payments to save $30, $100 a month on gasoline. What the hell? Yeah. It's even harder when you're stupid.
Or some people go pump gas like next town over, next city over, for cheaper gas.
But the
We live in San Diego.
So my point,
miles.
what?
And you save 4
Hey!
Yeah. I just need to bring it down so I can put all the parts in there. I brought them all over there.
Yeah.
Bring the voice down.
Oh.
So?
It's got a safety on it.
Yeah. Maybe your friend Daryl will help you.
Daryl,
Can you
go
help me
drop
out?
his
I just
truck
want to
for
put
him.
all the parts in.
Passing gas.
Instead of sharding on my brand new chair.
Don't gas them, Daryl, please. At least not in the classroom. You can fart all, you know. You can fart in the shop all you want, just not in the classroom.
You guys are terrible. Now, what type of leader would inspire this type of piece of behavior? Anyways, the point I was trying to make was that most of you calipers today are going to have one piston. Where's the return spring on a piston weight, on a caliper weight?
It's the pad.
It doesn't have one, Poppy. Okay. Let's draw a caliper then.
The pad is the return spring.
That is incorrect.
Because the rotor pushes it back in there when it starts
Is that what your brake teacher taught you?
Yeah.
Because it's wrong.
Well, that's what happens when you deal with an Asian dude back in 1990.
I hate freaking racists.
Yep.
You wanna hear something terrible?
Are you recording?
So my neighbor.
No.
My neighbor.